Welcome to the Franklin County Board of Commissioners General Session agenda for April 28th, 2026. We'll begin this morning's meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Boyce. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. April is County Government Month, and it's a great time to recognize the people and the partnerships that make Franklin County strong. Our motto is every resident, every day, and this month we're bringing that to life by inviting residents to share what makes this community meaningful to them. We recently launched Why I Love My County, a simple way for residents to highlight the programs, places, and the people that have made an impact in their lives, whether it's a service that helped their family, a park they've enjoyed for years, or a neighbor who stepped up when it mattered most. We enjoyed for years, we want to hear from those stories, and if you haven't already, we encourage you to visit franklincountyohio.gov/public service and share your perspective. Later this week, we'll also release our annual State of the County report, which highlights how Franklin County government works alongside residents, businesses, and community partners to support a strong and growing region. With an annual operating budget of more than $2 billion, we remain focused on responsible stewardship while investing in priorities that affect everyone's daily life. Job creation, housing, stability, transportation, public safety, and access to essential services. The report reflects on both the progress that we've made and the work that's ahead. It shows how our programs and partnerships come together to strengthen communities, expand access to resources, and build a more resilient future for all residents. The report will be available to view this Thursday at report.franklincountyohio.gov. Additionally, April is recognized as Second Chance Month, a time to raise awareness about the challenges individuals face when returning to the community after involvement with the criminal justice system. It's also an opportunity to recognize the importance of dignity, support, and access to opportunity in helping people successfully rebuild their lives. Joining us to share more about this is Reentry Support Services Coordinator Shauna Sanders from the Office of Justice Policy and Programs.
Good morning. My name is Shauna Sanders, and I'm the Reentry Service Coordinator with Franklin County Office of Justice Policy and Programs. National Second Chance Month, established by the Prison Fellowship Ministry, began in 2017 as a national effort to highlight the importance of supporting individuals reentering society and reducing the long-term impacts of a criminal record. Recognizing this month underscores the value of fairness, community safety, and opportunity for all residents. These goals directly reflect the priorities of the Franklin County Office of Justice Policy and Programs, Franklin County Reentry Advisory Board, and the Franklin County Poverty Blueprint, which work to break down structural barriers and promote pathways to stability and economic mobility. OJPP has become a trusted reentry partner throughout Franklin County, and we have worked extremely hard to bring intentional, immediate service directly to our residents. One of our signature events has become our All Hands on Deck Reentry Resource Fair. In the past 3 years, our reentry fairs have provided service to an average of 197 residents. That means 197 residents came in with a need and they left our event with their next step. That type of success is not due to one person, but rather the collective of reentry champions, community leaders, change agents, and bridge builders. OJPP would like to thank all of our county leadership, community partners, and staff for uplifting this important topic, not only in April, but all 365 days of the year. Thank you.
Thank you, Shauna. Please, Chris.
Thank you, President O'Grady. Shauna, thank you so much.
Shauna, don't go anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Shauna, thank you so much for bringing Second Chance Month to our attention. Many of you know that we have undertaken the conversation around mental health and the variety of resources available in Central Ohio, and we've produced a book that's essentially like a white pages of services that our residents can access. But one of the areas that we want to dig into in this phase of our conversation around mental health parity and access is the mental health state and available resources for those returning citizens. And look for Franklin County over the next few months to pull together a conversation around returning citizens, second chance scenarios, but more importantly, trying to align mental health resources to those folks who might need it, who have come through life in the pathway that you just described. So we're looking forward very much to this phase of the conversation and think that it's an underserved population for this work. So looking forward to working with you on that.
Thank you.
There goes Commissioner Boyce showing his age, talking about the white pages and yellow pages, like half the
People don't
people in
know
the room
that.
don't even know what white pages and yellow pages are.
Right.
Well, Shauna, thank you for the work that you're doing. Thank you for the work that JPP is doing. Franklin County does such great work in the area of returning citizens. And so whether, we see it all the time, whether we're seeing it on the 16th floor with, the work we're doing with service, the work that your office is doing. It's crucial work, and as Commissioner Boyce points out. So we appreciate what you guys are doing. We certainly appreciate being able to highlight it during County Government Month. We work closely with our colleagues across the state and our colleagues across the country. And so to be able to feature the work that you guys are doing with returning citizens during County Government Month is really good stuff. We also have a resolution that we want to present you, so if you could come up, we'll get a photo with you.
Commissioner O'Grady, President O'Grady, may I follow up on your first County Government Month,
Yeah.
Wildlife Franklin County?
Please.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to take a minute to highlight the why I love my county conversation. I was born and raised in Central Ohio. I'm 54, so I've been here for 54 years. And I can't say there is anything in my life that I've seen more change in than Franklin County. Growing up as a kid on the east and north side of Central Ohio, I really like to look at downtown as a good measurement marker of the growth. When I was a kid, there were literally no hotels downtown. There was, remember the Christopher Inn?
Christopher Inn
the
and
Christopher
Ale House.
Inn. Yeah, in places like that. And I remember we'd ride our bikes downtown and kind of just look around, and it seemed like the big part of Columbus, the big part of downtown. But to think of how that's changed over the last few decades, and to think of the community that exists downtown, while downtown is not the only neighborhood in Central Ohio, it's indicative of the change in the greatest way, because the skyline kind of defines a region. It just defines a community in so many ways. And I think that's the most indication of our change. But the change, the growth, and most importantly, the diversity. When I was a kid growing up in Central Ohio, Central Ohio wasn't even as closely as diverse as it is today. And we continue to grow in that category. We continue to be different in how we are changing as a community. And it's something that I think has been embraced at a level that will define Central Ohio for years. There's simply something for everyone in Franklin County. And finally, there's this idea that's always talked about with regards to the Columbus Way. And I know that sounds like a catchy little phrase that we like to talk about when we're doing deals or doing different things that happen. But the fact of the matter is that I spent a great portion of my life as an investment banker, traveling around the country with clients and whatnot. And I can tell you, it is not like this in every community. I can tell you there are many communities where it is very much segmented off from the city to the county to the business community. It's segmented off from parts of the community, from the east side to the west side, the north side to the south side. In Central Ohio, I truly believe that while there's always segments of our population, I truly believe that undergirded in the Columbus way is this idea that we're all part of this great community. People love living in Central Ohio. People, when you meet people around, as someone who's born and raised here, Commissioner Gray, I don't know if you had this experience, but I find it harder to meet somebody that was born and raised here these days than that came from somewhere else. And that's a great thing, because that shows the level of diversity and change that Central Ohio has gone through. But it shows the richness of our thought process, the richness of our creativity and our ability to be something better and different. So when you say why I love my county, that is a very deep conversation. And I know you're Franklin County all day too, and born and raised here. And Commissioner O'Grady is really big on history, really big on Central Ohio history. I mean, very good at it too. I love getting the story. Always has something that I didn't know about or didn't or hadn't experienced. And he and I were doing a Columbus Pizza Trail recently, and he always has some factoid about that region or that area. But that's the richness of Central Ohio, and it's not lost in even the new and diverse place that Central Ohio is. Just it's not your father's Franklin County. This is a different Franklin County. And for those who are experiencing today, you get the greatness of a year's worth of development and growth. But for those of us who've seen it change over a lifetime, it's something truly special. And I'm proud to say I love my county.
Yeah. Commissioner Boyce brings that up. I was born in Cuyahoga County, actually.
That's right.
I was born in Cleveland, but we moved here when I was a baby. I was a year old. And I've been here my whole life, raised here. And I like, not when we travel, when we do business with our county commissioners from across the state and across the country, I like nothing better than to brag about Franklin County. I like nothing better than to compare Franklin County to other counties across the state and across the country. It's easy to compare Franklin County to counties across the state. We're the best county. There's no question. And it's easy to compare us to counties across the country because we're the best run county in the country. Thanks to, in large part, to the folks that are sitting here at the dais and all the folks that are sitting out here. I say it every time we have one of our county elected and county leadership phone calls every month. I ask you guys to thank all the folks that work on behalf of the residents of Franklin County all day, every day, because you guys make the county commissioners look good. But it's, the work that folks in all of your agencies are doing on behalf of the residents of Franklin County day in and day out. I would put Franklin County and the management of Franklin County up against any county in the country. 3,069 counties out there, and we are one, if not the best, one of the best run and managed counties in the United States. And I think that the people that work at NACO would tell you that that's the truth. We are in the top 1% for sure of the best run counties in the United States. And we go and we meet with our friends from all over the country. And there are counties out there on the coasts that have oceans, and there are counties out there in the mountains, and there are counties out there that may have a lot of other geologically diverse things, and we don't. But we have what they don't have, and that is we have wonderful people here, and we have wonderful resources here that are other than those geologically diverse things. And Franklin County is unique in that way. And so I like to brag about Franklin County. I like to do it a lot. And people are excited about it, and we will find out in New Orleans, in Orleans County this summer, that they're coming back here, and they're excited about coming back here in the summer of 2031.
So President O'Grady, I don't want to just take over way too much, but I ask you a question.
Yeah.
I talked about downtown being the biggest difference in Franklin County that I remember as a kid. And I mean, if you grew up in those times in the 70s here, it's night and day. But what's one of your biggest differences between Franklin County today? And
The diversity of the people.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you and I mean, we've talked about this before, when you and I grew up, this was a lot less of a, a lot less diverse, a lot less homogenous. You know, when we grew up in Franklin County back in the 70s and 80s, it was nowhere near as diverse. Columbus City schools, they speak 150 languages, and you know, in my daughter's school district, in the Hilliard School District, they speak well over 100 languages. That was not the case when we were young.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. And I think that's, to me, that's the thing, not only that I'm the most amazed at, the thing that I'm the most proud of is how diverse things are in Franklin County these days.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. And let's move on. We'll need the approval of the minutes of the April 2nd and April 9th briefing sessions and the April 7th and April 14th, 2025 general sessions.
So move.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Thank you. The minutes have been approved.
All right, to the county auditor.
Resolution number 25926, resolution authorizing a Sixth Amendment to the contract with Hoover Blanket Incorporated, doing business as Main Street Computing for provision of dog licensing software in the amount of $51,525.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Trenton Weaver, Director of Consumer Services for Franklin County Auditor Michael Stinziano. Just the one item for you this morning. In May of 2020, the Board authorized a contract with Hoover Blanket, Inc., doing business as Main Street Computing, or MSC, for the implementation of a new dog licensing system. Subsequently, the underlying agreement has been amended on 5 occasions. This Sixth Amendment comprises 2 components. First, it extends the current contract through December 31st of 2026. Currently, the Auditor's Office is working with the data center to construct a new dog licensing system and will transition to the new in-house system for the 2026-2027 dog licensing season. This extension will ensure no loss of functionality for outside users and staff. Additionally, MSC will add compliance with the Americans with Disabilities Act as an additional scope of work to ensure that the dog licensing software system and all information and documents accessible to the public from the system are in full compliance with the ADA. Pending any questions, we recommend passage of the resolution.
Okay, if there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 259-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 25926 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trenton. For those of you who are regular attendees or viewers of this morning's program, you'll notice that we started today without the engineer for the first time in a very, very long time. All right, to the Treasurer's Office.
Resolution number 26026, resolution authorizing a contract with LexisNexis Risk Solutions to provide requested taxpayer contact information to the Franklin County Treasurer's Office in the amount of $39,600.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Dustin Kohorst. I'm the IT Director for the Franklin County Treasurer's Office. The Franklin County Treasurer's Office is requesting approval of a contract with LexisNexis to implement the Accurate for Government platform. This is necessary to modernize the capabilities and ensure the Treasurer's Office has access to real-time, accurate contact information for residents and businesses when internal records are unable to provide current contact information. LexisNexis is a global data broker that includes address scrubbing and verification. The Treasurer's Office must contact taxpayers for various reasons, including refund and excess funds. This contract will allow the Treasurer's Office to contact them when contact information is outdated. The LexisNexis contract is for 36 months and does not exceed $39,600. Barring any questions, I respectfully ask your approval. Thank you.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 260-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 26026 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dustin. Franklin County Data Center.
Resolution number 26126, resolution authorizing the creation of a new position to design, implement, and improve a countywide digital accessibility program.
Good morning, Julie Lest with the Data Center. I would like to thank this board, county administration, and the prosecuting attorney's office for their continued support of the Data Center and this ADA compliance project. Your commitment will help the county meet the federal mandates for accessible digital content and ensure that our residents can access information and services. The Data Center will use this role, along with an existing position, to launch a new program that will be key to ADA efforts across the county. We plan to work with agencies, courts, and boards to guide and support their ADA efforts. This means making sure that websites, mobile applications, digital documents, services, and social media are accessible by all. Pending any questions, I respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 261-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 261-26 has been adopted.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Commissioners.
Julie. Office on Aging.
Resolution number 262-26, resolution approving contract modifications and final extensions with vendors for senior adult day services and senior home support services in the amount of $10 million.
Good morning, Commissioners, County Administration. Shonda Wingo, Director for the Franklin County Office on Aging. The Franklin County Office on Aging administers the Senior Options Program, a levy-funded, consumer-driven system of care designed to help older adults remain safe, healthy, and independent in their homes and communities. This resolution authorizes the final extension and modification of existing contracts originally approved under Resolution Number 0131-23 for the provision of adult day services and senior home support services. These services include homemaker assistance, personal care, respite care, and adult day services, which are essential supports for older adults with chronic conditions, limited mobility, and other care needs. The contract will be extended for a two-year additional term beginning May 1st, 2026 through April 30th of 2028 to ensure the continuity of care and maintain service capacity in response to ongoing and increasing demand with no remaining extensions available. As part of this extension, service rates will be increased by 1.5% to reflect current service delivery costs and support provider sustainability. The total contract amount will not exceed $10 million across all vendors during the extension period. This investment supports the continued delivery of critical in-home and community-based services that promote safety, independence, and quality of care of life for Franklin County older residents. This resolution supports goals number 1, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, and 11 of the Franklin County Rise Together Blueprint. And pending any questions, I respectfully request the approval of this resolution.
All right, if there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 262-26.
Thank you.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 262-26 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Shonda. Economic Engagement and Community Development.
Resolution number 263-26, resolution authorizing a professional services contract with Dr. Leo Taylor to provide professional development workshops for Franklin County employees in the amount of $75,000.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Perla Martinez, Deputy Director for the Office of Economic Engagement and Community Development. Commissioners, this professional services contract with Dr. Leo Taylor seeks approval to continue delivering a series of virtual professional development workshops for Franklin County employees. Under this agreement, Dr. Taylor will design and facilitate 30 instructor-led virtual workshops, including 24 sessions of language, intent, and impact in the workplace, 3 sessions of communicating effectively during difficult conversations, and 3 sessions of practicing allyship at work from awareness to action. Dr. Taylor has been a trusted partner of Franklin County since 2024, consistently delivering high-quality, engaging training experiences. This continued investment is directly informed by strong participant feedback. Between January and December of 2025, over 700 employees submitted evaluations across multiple of his sessions, with the majority reporting increased confidence in workplace communication, improved ability to navigate difficult conversations, and a stronger understanding of how communication impacts team dynamics and service delivery. Dr. Taylor is widely regarded as a highly effective facilitator, with employees consistently describing the sessions as interactive, relevant, and directly connected to their day-to-day work. Feedback also shows a strong demand for continued learning, with approximately 94% of participants expressing interest in attending additional workshops. Employees identified ongoing needs for skill building in areas such as navigating complex conversations, strengthening team communication, and fostering a positive workplace culture across departments. This investment also supports the ongoing implementation of the Racial Equity Council's recommendations, particularly those focused on expanding training opportunities that build practical skills, strengthen workplace culture, and create more effective and responsive public service delivery. Overall, this agreement advances our office's workforce development goals by strengthening employee communication skills, improving workplace effectiveness, and enhancing the county's ability to deliver high-quality service to the residents. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval of this resolution.
All right, if there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 263-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 263-26 has been adopted. Resolution number 264-26, resolution welcoming the 2026 through 2027 Racial Equity Council members.
Commissioners, this resolution welcomes the sixth cohort of the Racial Equity Council 2026-2027 and recognizes the continued commitment of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners of advancing equity and inclusion work for both of our staff and the residents. The Racial Equity Council has grown into a space where staff come together to learn from one another, stay connected to their community, and turn ideas into actions to take back to their agencies and the residents they serve. Over the next year, REC members will continue advancing the first council's recommendations, building on the foundation laid by past cohorts. They will also lead and participate in community service projects that connect directly to the goals of the Rise Together Poverty Blueprint, keeping the focus on real impact for the residents we serve. A key part of the experience is ongoing professional growth. Members will continue developing and refining their professional development plans, with an emphasis on growth beyond the program itself. Members of this cohort have also participated in leadership initiatives like Forward and Bold, creating a more connected pipeline of leaders who are equipped to support the county's priorities in a meaningful and consistent way. Through continued learning, collaboration, and partnership with our agencies, the cohort will help and strengthen how we communicate, engage, and serve residents by becoming true ambassadors of this work. At its core, Racial Equity Council continues to be living proof of the Commissioner's continued commitment to racial equity, not just as a value, but as something we actively work towards every day. The Office of Economic Engagement and Community Development proudly welcomes the 2026-2027 cohort with some of their members present in the audience. So if you can do me the favor of standing, please. And we recognize their role in helping moving this work forward from Franklin County. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval of this resolution.
I just want to say,
Please.
President O'Grady, thank you. I just want to say to all of the council members, we need you now more than ever. As we were just sharing, the growth trajectory of Central Ohio has changed over the last 30, 40, 50 years, but we expect that it's going to change even more over the next 5, 10, and 15 years. But that's where the work that you're doing as part of the council is so important. We see it on so many levels today. The parts of this community, or any community for that matter, that haven't kept up with our change in this community. And that's where you come in. The focus is here at Franklin County and the work that we're doing, but I challenge you to take it even beyond the division or department that you work in, to really carry this work on in the way you live your life, the way you live in your community, the way you participate in things. This is real work. You're part of real leadership, and this is something that I hope each of you will take as serious as we do as we appoint you. So congratulations, and looking forward to your service and working with you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys for, and you can sit, go ahead. But thank you not only to the members of the council, but thank you to EECD for the continued work in this area, and thanks for continuing to lead. So appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Okay, if there are no further comments or questions, move for adoption of 264-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 264-26 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thanks, Perla. Fleet management.
Resolution number 265-26, resolution authorizing a contract with Buyers Forward LLC for the supply and delivery of fleet vehicles for Franklin County Fleet Management in the amount of $5 million.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Charlotte Ashcraft, Director of Fleet Management. Fleet Management is requesting approval of a contract for purchase of new fleet vehicles. The Commissioners' fleet consists of approximately 600 vehicles, and Fleet Management has established a replacement plan. RFP 2025-04-20 was completed by the Purchasing Department and opened on February 25th, 2026, and we received 7 bids. Buyers Forward LLC was determined to be the lowest and best bidder, to provide us new vehicles. Fleet Management is recommending this contract for buyers to be in effect from April 28, 2026 to April 27, 2031, and I'm requesting approval of this resolution.
Charlotte, just perfunctory question, I'm certain, but I'm assuming we are titling all these vehicles in Franklin County.
Exactly.
All right,
Yes.
just making sure.
You always ask me that question, so I was prepared.
I know. All right, just want to make sure. Keeping the money in Franklin County.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thank you.
If there are no further comments or questions, move for adoption of 265-26.
Second,
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
yes,
Resolution number 265-26 has been adopted.
Thank you.
thank you. Job and Family Services.
Resolution number 266-26, resolution approving a contract for case management services between the Franklin County Department of Job and Family Services and Mount Carmel Health System at Mount Carmel East and Mount Carmel St. Anne's in the amount of $239,607.48.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Carmen Barnes, Chief Operating Officer, Job and Family Services. On-site case management services provide better quality service in a shorter period of time for residents being treated at Mount Carmel. Our case managers provide eligibility determinations for agency-administered benefits, primarily Medicaid, but also others like SNAP, offering a convenient one-stop location for patients. In exchange for case management services provided, Mount Carmel will reimburse our agency for the full-time cost of the case manager, in addition to a portion of the cost for their supervisor and clerical support. The case managers will be stationed at Mount Carmel East and St. Anne's Hospital. This contract is for a 12-month period of time, and pending any questions, I ask for your approval of this resolution.
Mr. President, Commissioners, we do have a speaker slip that was submitted for this resolution. I'd like to call up Kola Zafar. You will have 3 minutes to speak, and you can begin whenever you're ready.
Thank you. My name is Hola Zafar. I'm a licensed foster and adoptive parent. I'm here today because I'd like to strongly urge the Commissioners to delay a decision on this resolution until it is amended to provide details on the specific responsibilities of such positions or the public assistance programs holistically that the patients could be referred to. I understand that these contracts have been ongoing for years, but the public deserves transparency around the full scope. As based on my experience as a licensed foster and adoptive parent, I fear that such contracts are a factor in conflict of interest removals and improper placement of children, which are ultimately administered by Franklin County Children's Services, a subsidiary of FCD JFS. I have personal experience with such placements, the most egregious being that of my son's brother, who was improperly placed with a labor and delivery nurse, who had previously publicly stated a desire to take children home from the hospital. This was done without notification to relevant kin, including us, the safe Muslim and immigrant background legal relatives of a Muslim and immigrant background child. Instead, this child was placed in a home with people who publicly stated foster children deserve a chance at heaven through placement in good Catholic homes. This was done without referrals to all foster agencies, as is standard practice. I have been told that this was a decision of convenience, a mistake, or a clerical oversight, but I have never been given direct answers. In the absence of answers, I cast a doubtful eye on contracts such as these, because I believe the details of such contracts should be readily available for the public, and strict policies and consequences must be enforced to avoid future transgressions that such contracts are ripe for. To provide you with context on the potential harm, the pain inflicted on the children in my life through brazen violation of federal and state laws at the hands of employees of FCCS is immense and will follow their future generations. Instead of having the opportunity to live together as siblings, a right granted to them by laws tied to taxpayer money, these children will have been permanently legally severed through the adoption of the younger child and will likely remain physically apart until the younger child turns 18. And this is all because a social worker decided to hand a baby to a labor and delivery nurse. FCCS higher-ups continue to sanction this separation through submittance of documentation to the federal government, falsely claiming search for sibling and kinship had been exhausted. Administrators eventually told me that a placement of the boys together was not required, as they believed our son's adoption negated their legal sibling bond, which it did not. And they denied visits on these grounds for months. My son has only been allowed 4 hours with his almost 3.5-year-old brother. And both boys have been set up for avoidable lifelong trauma through the repeated misappropriation of my own tax dollars. My son was born at one of the hospitals mentioned in this resolution. It is likely that his brother was too, and until both social service agencies and under FCDJFS and medical entities can prove their ability to have their employees abide by requirements of their licensures and the rule of law, I would not endorse a deal that lacks accessible transparency for the public and that will continue to blur ethical boundaries. Thank you.
Administrator Wilson.
No, you go ahead, and then Miss, is it Zafar? Yes. I'd stay up at the podium as we try to respond to your comments. Go ahead, Mr. Wilson.
I have a question of the agency. These long-standing agreements, Kenneth Wilson, County Administrator, these long-standing agreements don't operate in the same fashion as the goals of a one-stop, correct? Where all of the HHS agencies, individuals have access to them?
No, they do not. This agreement is
You can go
just-
to the mic. I will go to the mic for the folks who might be listening.
No, sir, they do not. This agreement is strictly for Job and Family Services, not the other HHS agencies.
And not the other HHS
No.
agencies. Also, even if we were a triple combined agency that included, operated as a triple combined agency as JFS, Child Welfare, and Child Support, like other parts of the state, there are specific federal rules and laws against the exchange of data. The case manager that is stationed under these agreements is strictly prohibited from any access to data that is a part of Franklin County Children's Services systems. Is that correct?
That is my understanding.
Yeah, thank you, Administrator Wilson. One, let me just start by thanking Ms. Zavar for coming down today and engaging with us on your concerns. I want to be clear, though. You mentioned that you wanted to see contract details available. They are. You can access what we access. It's right there. I'm not sure how it's accessed on the outside, but it's available. If you need help accessing that, we're happy to do that. The other part, I think Administrator Wilson was, no offense, Administrator Wilson, but there was a little bit of county government jargon to say pretty much that FCCS, or the Franklin County Children's Services, is a levy-funded agency that kind of operates with its own board. It's sort of, it's not another entity, but it's not necessarily under this kind of contracting for us because they get levy funds, which means that the voters appropriate the vast majority of the resources that go to them, and it's set up that way. I think this contract, though, is in the connected way you're describing it, is exactly what we're trying to do, is provide case management support as folks do come through human services, through the County for Human Services need, that allows us to link those services correct, track what we're doing, and be able to evaluate it going forward. That's what we as commissioners expect. These contracts are really important because it allows often for our people to be placed at these institutions and sort of catch them on site. And Director, chime in if I say anything wrong. But this is my understanding. It allows us to place people on site, which allows us to immediately address needs that might arise in the circumstance or scenario that exists in that institution. And that's really important because sometimes it's a one-off kind of resource. It's not necessarily something that the hospital or even the agency county can do, but if a case manager is connected to it, we can make the proper linkage, referral, or connection to where those services go. And so I hear everything you're saying, and I would ask someone from our Human Services Division to work with her to try to get better answers or direct her in the right place. But I just wanted to make sure that we're answering at least around your questions correctly.
Yes, and if I can just follow
Please do.
and ask, so are you referring to the contract details that are in the public resolution language that was linked in the agenda, or are they elsewhere?
Yeah, we're referring to the contract that we're voting on today. That's what we're voting on right now.
And that is what I am also referring to as not being holistic in the scope, because when you say public assistance programs, that does not tell me what specific public assistance programs, and it does not explain if there is a separation between these agencies. If you're saying, they may be referred to another provider, will a family be referred to CPS, or will a case manager be connected, or will CPS be connected by the manager here? And if this is happening because a bunch of people have direct contact to each other, like in my case, a nurse has direct contact to somebody, that is where I say the ethical lines are blurred, because in my case, there was no oversight, there was no accountability, there was no enforcement of the very laws that should have prevented it.
President O'Grady, what I would ask we do, we take the conversation offline. We'll have some folks that can look into it to the best of our ability, some of your concerns, and just see where we can address some of those needs.
Thank you.
Yep, sure. Thanks for coming down today.
Please, prosecutor.
And ma'am, I know that I recently became aware of your advocacy as well, and the request for our office to review activity for potential criminal sanctions. What I would do as well is affirm what Commissioner Boyce just reiterated, that we should have this conversation offline and we can learn some additional information. Again, I just learned about your specific case yesterday afternoon, and we would be happy to circle back around. But also, I just want to say for the public, our office, the prosecutor's office, does not conduct investigations. And so if there should be anything, any criminal sanctions that would come, we would need an investigative body to do that work, and then we would prosecute moving forward. So I will make sure that you get my information. All right.
And Commissioner, if I may, Commissioners Crystal and Deputy County Administrator, at your direction, I've been in communication as well with the Director of Job and Family Services and obviously with our team here, and we will definitely meet with the individual who just spoke at your direction as
Great.
well.
Thank you. Thanks for coming down today. Oh, if there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of additional comments or questions. Move for adoption of 266-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 266-26 has been adopted. Resolution number 267-26, resolution approving a subaward agreement with Dolly Parton's Imagination Library of Ohio for an early childhood book distribution program in the amount of $100,000.
Access to books is critical and proven to benefit children's early learning and development. Studies show that on average, children with 25 or more books in the home develop a stronger reading skill and also complete 2 more years of school than children without books. Dolly Parton's Imagination Library is the world's preeminent early childhood book gifting program. Since their inception in 1995, they have mailed more than 3 million high-quality, age-appropriate books each month to registered children from ages birth through 5. Through this award, we will partner with the local administrator of the Dolly Parton's Imagination Library of Ohio and Nationwide Children's Hospital to provide over 77,000 books to Franklin County families. Each enrolled child will receive 1 age-appropriate book per month until the age of 5 at no cost to the family. Any child in Franklin County between birth and age 5 has access to the full program. During the last award period, we distributed over 115,000 books for Franklin County youth. This resolution aligns with the Rise Together Poverty Blueprint Goal number 13, strengthening partnerships with parents to increase support for young people. And pending any questions, I ask for your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 267-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 267-26 has been adopted. Resolution number 268-26, resolution approving a service agreement extension with CredibleMind Incorporated for a digital behavioral health platform that connects residents to online mental health and wellness information and resources in the amount of $45,150.
CredibleMind is a digital behavioral health platform that connects Franklin County families with national and local resources to address their emotional, wellness, and mental health challenges. Leveraging digital platforms for mental health information has the potential to increase accessibility and affordability. It can provide a sense of anonymity, helping destigmatize mental health for families in need of crisis. The CredibleMind platform allows Franklin County residents to search for information and resources on over 230 emotional, wellness, and mental health topics. Through the use of apps, podcasts, videos, and books on the platform, residents have access to evidence-based approaches that are known to help with a variety of mental health and well-being topics. Since September of 2021, when the county first gained access to the CredibleMind site, more than 44,000 visitors and nearly 24,000 residents have completed the online assessment. Residents using the site have researched over 188 mental health and wellness topics, with the most widely researched topics being depression, anxiety, and self-care. Residents can access this resource by visiting franklincounty.ohio.crediblemind.com. This resolution aligns with the Rise Together Blueprint Goal Number 9, and pending any questions, I ask for approval of this resolution.
Thank you. If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 268-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 268-26 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carmen. Justice Policy and Programs.
Resolution number 269-26, resolution authorizing 3 modifications to subgrant award agreements for juvenile justice and delinquency prevention programming under the FY 2024 Title II Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Formula Block Grant in the amount of $30,000.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. My name is Brandon Curry, Deputy Director for the Office of Justice Policy and Programs. Resolution 20898. This resolution authorizes the modifications to subgrant award agreements for juvenile justice and delinquency prevention programming under fiscal year 2024 Title II Justice or Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Formula Block Grant. OJPP would be reallocating $30,000 in previously unallocated Title II juvenile justice funds across 3 existing youth-serving subgrantees to expand services, prevention, and diversion programming for at-risk youth in 2026. The adjustments increase funding to Breaking Barriers from $30,000 to $40,000, Guide and Guild Association from $30,000 to $40,000, Our Brother's Keeper from $30,000 to $35,000. Funds will support additional mentorship, trauma-informed services, workforce development programming, diversion supports, and program supplies. With your permission, I respectfully request your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 269-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 269-26 has been adopted. Resolution number 270-26, resolution authorizing a contract for services with Franklin County Department of Job and Family Services to support the expansion of the Common Pleas Court Children of Incarcerated Parents Initiative under the FY 2024 Second Chance Act addressing the needs of incarcerated parents and their minor children grant in the amount of $155,587.
Resolution 20902. This resolution authorizes a $155,587 contract with Franklin County Department of Job and Family Services to expand the Common Pleas Court Children of Incarcerated Parents Initiative. Funded under fiscal year 2024 Second Chance Act grant, JFS will add 1 full-time case manager to the Family Stabilization Unit to identify and support families impacted by parental incarceration, conduct needs assessments, provide supportive services, and participate in the advisory committee. The expansion increases dedicated case management from 1 courtroom to 7, enhancing early intervention and stabilization for affected children and caregivers. The term runs from January 1st, 2026 to June 30th, 2027. With your permission, I respectfully request your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 270-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 270-26 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you. Purchasing Department.
Resolution number 271-26, resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $2,527,847.03.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Megan Perry Balanier, Director of Purchasing. This resolution requests your approval of 74 purchase orders. The County Auditor has pre-certified available funding. Pending any questions, I respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 271-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 271-26 has been adopted.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Megan. Board of Commissioners.
Resolution number 272-26, resolution approving the donation of a permanent easement and a temporary construction easement to the City of Columbus for purpose of constructing a portion of the Big Walnut Trail.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jesse Armstrong, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney, on behalf of Franklin County Prosecutor Shayla Favor. This resolution would approve the donation of a permanent easement and temporary construction easement to the City of Columbus for the purposes of building a portion of the Big Walnut Trail over the county's property located on Walnut View Boulevard and in Blendon Township. This public trail runs along Big Walnut Creek and will be open to and serve the public, including residents of Franklin County. Pending any questions, I respectfully request your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, move for adoption of 272-26.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 272-26 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk, are there any journalizations?
There are not.
All right, well, then this meeting is adjourned.
Great.